You're awake before the knock. You don't know what woke you. The hum of engines beneath the deck, or the weight sitting on your chest. The sea outside is black, silent, endless. Your phone screen glows on the nightstand. Encrypted notification. Authorization confirmed. You stare at the message longer than necessary. For 27 years, you trained for this moment. You just never imagined it would feel like this. You sit on the edge of your bunk. Your wife texted you 6 hours ago. Call when you can. The kids miss you. You didn't answer because you knew what was coming, and you didn't trust your voice. Steel walls, low red lights. Your footsteps echo softer than they should. Every sailor you pass straightens a little. They see certainty in your face. You hope it's convincing. Inside, there's a quiet question repeating. Are we preventing something? Or starting it? Combat Information Center. Screens glow blue and green. Data scrolls. Coordinates align. Your executive officer stands beside you. Sir, strike packages ready. Awaiting final authorization. You nod. You've read the intelligence reports. Missile stockpiles expanding. Proxy attacks increasing. Threat assessments labeled imminent. The brief said this is necessary. The brief said this saves lives long term. But briefs don't show funerals. Briefs don't show children waking up to sirens. You ask for confirmation again. Positive ID? Yes, Captain. Collateral assessment? Within projected thresholds. Projected thresholds. Language designed to make destruction sound mathematical. You look around the room. Most of your crew is under 25. Some still have acne. Some still call home every Sunday. They trust you. Not the politicians, not the analysts. You. And somewhere 7,000 miles away. Your son is probably asleep with his bedroom light still on. He's 12. Last time you were home, he asked, Dad, what happens if you start a war? You told him, we don't start wars, we prevent them. Tonight, you're not sure if that's true. Strike window opens in 60 seconds. The room goes quiet. No dramatic countdown. Just the sound of breathing. Your heart is steady. Too steady. You are going to give the order to eliminate the supreme leader of Iran, one of the most powerful figures in the world. You are doing the last coordination with the Israeli military. They will strike too, but with your confirmation. You've learned how to compartmentalize. But doubt leaks through cracks. You think about history books, how they reduce moments like this to one sentence. On this date, forces initiated. No mention of hesitation. No mention of the human hand that paused before speaking. You inhale, slow, measured. Execute. No fireworks on your deck, no explosions in sight, just silent confirmations from distant platforms. Across the horizon, aircraft launch. Missiles arc into the dark sky. Invisible to you, but real, very real. First reports return. Primary target hit. Secondary site disabled. Enemy radar degraded. Operational success. The room exhales, but your stomach tightens, because now comes the response. You've studied Iran's doctrine. Retaliation is inevitable. Missiles, proxies, cyber. The chessboard is moving. And you just made the first visible move. Alert. Missile signatures detected regionally, not aimed at you, not yet, but at U.S. positions in the region. The machine is awake. You issue defensive posture orders. Your voice is calm, professional, no hesitation, but inside you feel it. The irreversible shift. You step onto the bridge wing. The first light of dawn spreads across the water. The sea doesn't look like war. It looks peaceful, almost mocking. You think about your people. You think for the other side too. Another captain, another officer, reading alerts, preparing countermeasures. Maybe he has children too. Maybe he told them the same thing you told yours. We prevent wars. Secure video briefing from Washington. Officials speak in confident tones. Strategic necessity. No enrichment. Freedom from the regime. Regional stability. Decisive action. You nod along. Because publicly, alignment matters. Privately, you replay your son's question. What happens if you start a war? Crew address. You gather senior staff. You speak plainly. Our actions were authorized. Our objective now is stability. Maintain discipline. Protect one another. They look reassured. Because leadership is emotional gravity. If you stay steady, they stay steady. You cannot show them the uncertainty. That burden is yours alone. Personal call window opens. You finally call home. Your wife answers on the second ring. She already knows. News alerts lit up every phone in America. Was it you? She asks softly. You don't lie. Yes. Silence on the line. Not anger, not pride, just fear. Are you safe? Yes, I think. She doesn't ask if it was right. She knows that question has no safe answer. Before hanging up, your daughter gets on the phone. Daddy, when are you coming home? You look at the open ocean stretching in every direction. Soon, you say. You hope you're not lying again. Reports of global reactions flood in. The supreme leader Khamenei gone. Allies are supportive. Rivals condemning. Markets unstable. Airspace restricted. Families watching breaking news at dinner tables. Your decision ripples outward like a stone dropped into still water. You don't control the ripples anymore. Hours later, the reports begin to filter in, not from your ship, from other bases, different coastlines, different time zones, same uniform, retaliation. An outpost struck before sunrise. Another base forced into lockdown after indirect fire landed beyond the perimeter. Sirens, medics moving. Command channels filling with controlled, measured voices trying to sound calm. Casualty reports arrive in fragments. No dramatic language. No headlines yet, just numbers. You stare at the screen longer than you should. 1 injured, 2 critical, 1 confirmed, 1. The word feels heavier than any strategic map you reviewed. 1 is too much. You knew retaliation was possible. The threat matrix predicted it. Arrows on a board, probability percentages, escalation models. But models don't have faces. These soldiers do. You remember shaking hands before deployment. You remember the confidence in their voices, the quiet pride. Now you imagine the phone calls being made back home. And the question rises again. Louder this time. Did we really need this? Silence answers. You replay the decision in your mind, the intelligence briefings, the projected risks, the scenario where doing nothing could have cost more lives later, preventive action, strategic necessity, deterrence theory, all words that sound solid in conference rooms, less solid when someone bleeds. You step away from the console and grip the railing of the bridge. The sea is still calm, indifferent. Somewhere, a young soldier lies in a field hospital because of a chain of events that passed through your voice. You tell yourself the same truth again. If the strike prevented something larger, a regional war, a mass casualty attack, then the cost, terrible as it is, may have been smaller than what could have come. But may have is not certainty, and leadership lives in that space. You feel the sadness settle in your chest. Not panic, not regret exactly, but the weight of consequence. You whisper it, though no one hears you. 1 is too much. You don't allow yourself to spiral. You can't. Command doesn't stop because doubt grows louder. Another update arrives. Tensions remain high, forces repositioning. Diplomatic channels active. The world inches along the edge. You straighten your posture. Sadness does not remove responsibility. It deepens it. You realize something else in the quiet. If you felt nothing right now, that would be the real failure. Because those soldiers are not entries in a log. They are the reason you gave the order in the first place, to prevent something worse from reaching them. You don't know yet if you succeeded. History will decide slowly. Families decide immediately. Dawn breaks again. You stand on the bridge, eyes fixed on the horizon. The sea reflects pale light, as if nothing happened. But you know better. The world shifted. Lives shifted. And whether this was a shield or a spark, you will carry that uncertainty longer than any headline lasts. Because when you ordered, it was your voice. And now, it is your weight.